on 100.7 WMMS.
216-578-1007 to join us live, or 800-348-1007. 35192, send me a text. Got another $1,000 here for you. We're back on our bowl shrimp with the Buzzard bookie. So about 30 past every hour, you get one of these keywords, $1,000 attached to it. Why not you? Why not you? 2:30 will be the next keyword for you. Guardians end up canceling yesterday's game, the regular season finale, after a 3-hour rain delay. Had they played some of it?
No, they didn't play any of it. And it's such a bummer because Jose Ramirez was one home run away from being only the 7th person in Major League Baseball history to join the 40-40 club.
Yeah.
And that would have been really, really cool to have that happen.
If he got at least he was a home run and a double away from the second ever to reach the 40-40-40.
Yeah.
But at least if he got a home run, he'd be the 7th person to be the 40-40 club.
Yeah.
As, of course, for people who don't remember, there was a pop called 40-40.
No.
Where's the other 20?
I'm not good at math. Does there have to be another 20? I don't know.
That would make 100.
Well, who wants to make 100? 40-40's enough. Don't be greedy, Mary. What do they always say with people's diets? Follow the 80-20 plan. But I guess that's 100, because when it comes to food, you want 100%. Hey, Jose Ramirez, right. Because the team's got nothing to lose, right? But these guys who are kind of trying to hit some numbers, that's like, you want to do that.
Especially when it's something that's that historic. I mean, to be in that club of people that there's only 6 other players that have done that.
Yeah.
In the history of baseball.
Yep. And what is that? They have stolen 40 bases and they got
hit 40 home runs.
40 home runs.
Yep. Jose Canseco, I believe, was the first person to do that.
Mm-hmm. And he was probably juiced up. J-Rams au naturel, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So Guardians will start up again, the postseason, which I'm a little fuzzy. They haven't set the dates yet, but there's a chance that this program might get preempted because we're going to be running all of those Guardians postseason games, obviously. But the first one is on Saturday here at home, and then that second one is going to be on Monday. So 1 week from today will be Game 2. But Game 1 will be this coming Saturday. Still don't know who we're playing, right?
Not yet.
Not yet. But we are the number 2 seed, is my understanding.
We'll play either the Astros or who are they playing? The Tigers.
Detroit Tigers. There you go. Your Cleveland Browns lose yesterday as well. All the stories about tempers flaring between players on the team. Well, they're getting frustrated. Or as my cousin says, they're getting frustrated. Either way, not a good look. So if you had, how did Whoopsie do, by the way?
She did not have the best week. I believe she went 2-3.
But she didn't pick the Browns this week.
No,
right?
she picked the Browns to win, and they lost.
Okay.
So
I was thinking this week she didn't.
She had all the Browns games right, but this week she thought they would get things back on track, and she didn't account for some things, I guess, some factors.
She didn't account for all of the variables?
All the variables, being a dog and all.
Yeah.
I think she really just wants to treat.
Okay. Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, I don't really think she's all that invested in the games.
So you're saying that her allegiances are divided, that she doesn't really have a feel for these games.
I mean,
you're saying it's kind of random.
No, you know what? I think she is doing her best.
Okay, that's what I was trying to get you around to that, because I think that's
I think 2-3 this week. She got the Buccaneers game right, and she got the Chiefs game right.
Buccaneers.
Yeah, Buccaneers beat the Eagles. Pretty good, too. Like, they beat the crap out of them.
Well, of course, there was some, not suspicion, but there was a theory that Baker Mayfield was shading Tom Brady, and then Tom Brady took a shot at him during the broadcast. But I think they both said, no, it's nothing but love. We weren't talking about the other person. But it's funny to hear Tom Brady, because, if you're an NFL quarterback, who is ever going to shade Tom Brady? But it is funny to hear him snap into, like, clapback mode, now that Tom Brady's on the mic there. But, Buccaneers are good. My Chicago Bears have rocketed all the way to 2-2. That's the best that you can do some years. If you are one of our bureau chiefs in Washington, D.C., you're pretty happy right now. D.C.'s got a guy that everybody loves, their quarterback, a guy named Jaden Daniels. They're 3-1, and that's usually not the case for a team like that.
And he is he's setting records.
Yeah.
And it's still early in the season, but if you're a Commanders fan, you're like, hey, this is looking pretty good.
Yeah, sure. Now, some people are asking, how many games does Whoopsie have to whiff this season before you consider putting her down?
Oh.
No, it's not.
That's not on the. Okay, good. They're asking me. I'm asking.
All right. Well,
on their behalf. That's good.
No,
I think that's great.
Just before, that's gonna be I know they're being silly, but no. I love that stupid dog so much.
They are being silly.
It's
a
really silly joke. I love it.
The mere thought of it gets you upset.
Yeah. Yes. The thought of my putting down my dog because she wasn't good at football picks is not the
Listen,
best.
These are legitimate questions that
I don't know if I'd say legitimate.
These are fully legitimate questions that our customers are asking.
Cool. Thanks for the cool question. I love it. It's very funny.
All right.
Thanks for being so funny, customers.
You're not finding the humor in that.
I don't like the idea of killing my dog.
Not killing your dog, putting her to sleep.
That's killing her.
What? That's what they're doing when they put dogs down?
Yeah, I don't like it.
I
know there's stuff going on today, and so when someone brings that up, and that's the one thing that makes me happy no matter what is my stupid dog.
You got other dog things going on?
No, I just got other life things going on.
Oh, I see. All right. And that's your dog is what's make you happy there.
Well, a dog does make me happy, and I don't know. Putting dog down humor isn't top of my list.
No? Veterinarian euthanasia is not where we're going to go today with this? Oh, I took my daughter, speaking of people shedding tears, I took my daughter to see a movie called The Wild Robot.
Brian just saw that with Blake last night.
It was so
2 nights ago, yeah.
good. So good.
He said it was awesome.
I guess it was a book.
Heard of this.
We never read the book, but it's so good. It's like an instant classic. You're watching this movie. Yeah, it's a kid's movie, so it's like when those come out, I go, hey, you want to see this? And sometimes she's like, yeah, and other times, she has no interest in Beetlejuice, anything like that. But they've been running the trailers for this Wild Robot for a while. And we're like, when that comes out, we're going to go see it. So they liked it too.
Ooh, maybe I'll go see this on Sunday.
So good. By yourself?
No, I'll go with
your dog?
The girlfriend.
Oh.
Her daughter.
Can you take the dog to, a guy?
I could actually take the dog because she is legally registered as a service animal.
Really? Your dog?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, no wonder you don't want to put her down then.
Yeah, I need her.
Man, those are in short supply.
Mm-hmm.
We did the Cox Out pregame yesterday at the Lakewood Truck Park, and there were a handful of people brought their dogs. And this one guy named Lou came in to say hi. He had a massive German Shepherd with him, named Vito. And so I was standing there, I'm talking to Lou, and I'm petting Vito, and But then because of, we're doing this Bud Light football thing where people are throwing the little footballs into the holes in the thing, trying to get, and Vito is going bananas because he's then trying to get the balls. He's like, it's like he's, and so poor Lou is standing there like, this is like a 125-pound German Shepherd, and we're trying to have a conversation.
Those balls. You guys are not throwing them great, but I'll get them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then he starts howling when he stopped getting over there. And then, for people who haven't been there before, the bar is just kind of, it's a big rectangular bar in the middle of the room there. And people were turning around because there's a dog howling, trying to get to the tiny little footballs, trying to play fetch. And so our conversation was cut short because Lou got Vito out of there. But big dog. You could ride this thing. I like smaller dogs. I've got money here for you. We're back to it. $1,000 courtesy of the Buzzard Bookie. Every one of these keywords got $1,000. So listen closely and good luck. I hope you win.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard Bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Deposit. That's deposit. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
I was watching a dude. There was some excitement if you're a Falcons or Saints fan. The Falcons beat the Saints with 2 seconds left. 58-yard field goal. And so that was the excitement there of the game. if you're a fan of either of those teams.
Youngway Koo from 58. It is good.
They got this kid named Youngway Koo.
Yeah, he's been around for a minute.
Yeah. And 58, and they beat him. But in the stands, people were beating each other up. You see this? A dude stomping on the guy's head?
I heard about it. I haven't seen the video yet.
There's no sound in the video. I don't know why.
It's crazy how many fights there are at NFL games. And I don't think this is like up. It's just with people having cameras all the time. Now we're seeing them. But I feel like there's always been fights at football games, but we just get video every week now.
I guess so.
I have a friend. He's an MMA instructor and a comedian, and he does breakdowns on all the fights.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah, he'll go through, and he's like, "This is my busy season because of all the fights that like
busy season."
Baseball games, you get a fight here and there. Basketball, you get a fight here and there. Even hockey, not many fights. But he's like, every Sunday, there's at least 3 fights at football games that I can make videos of.
Yeah, baseball is pretty chill. Football just inherently has more machismo attached to it, you know? Mm-hmm. But this video doesn't, I'll show it to you if you're watching the live stream. It doesn't have any audio, but they're way up there in the stands. I mean, you can see the very top. And this guy he's got a guy down in between, and he's just grabs his dreads. He's stomping his head in between the seats, and this woman just tries to pull him away. And then there's 2 other people fighting, and they're getting thrown around too. And I'm like, what possesses a person to stomp on someone's head?
That's what happens when they close the Chick-fil-A on Sunday that's in the stadium.
At a football game. This is in Atlanta or New Orleans?
It's in Atlanta at the Mercedes Dome. And they have that Chick-fil-A, but they don't open it on Sunday. And this is what happens. People are hungry. They get a little hangry.
I guess
and then
so.
head stomping.
Wow. I mean, it would never occur to me. I'm trying to think. I'm not a huge Chick-fil-A guy. I'm trying to think of the food that I enjoy so much that if it were withheld from me, I would
squeeze
stomp
your head like I squeeze my salad.
I would stomp another person's head. I'm in between squeezy salad shipments, by the way.
Oh, no. What are you going to do?
So hold your fire on the squeezy salad. I just forgot to order more. It's easily remedied, but I need to decide if it's something I want to continue with. I like
Why wouldn't you? You're such a proprietor. Is that the right word?
No, but I get what you mean. No, I like them, and they're very, very convenient, but I just have to decide if I want to keep getting them. And I'll probably get, another shipment of them, but it's not something that, I don't know that that's a long-term thing. I wanted to try them out, and some customers have told me that they've tried them out, and they've enjoyed them. But wow, head stomping there at the Falcons game.
Crazy. I mean, it's a friggin' game, dude.
Unless
they were talking crap about them specifically.
No, they never
It looked like they were both
it's...
Falcons fans, so I think this was like something else led to this besides just football.
Hey, your team stinks. One of those, really inflammatory language.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy's wearing a jersey. I mean, how many of these people are, frustrated former football players themselves who are staring at other people living their dreams? But they're up there in the cheap seats. And,
which
fights
still aren't
out.
even cheap anymore.
No, I know.
Not for a football game.
You're not getting up there for $20 anymore.
No.
So maybe they figure, hey, I paid my money. I can stomp whoever I want to. And it's always like, yeah, you're lucky my chick's here, It's always a young lady who pulls them off. But other people...
Someone got pulled off, too?
Yeah, she pulled the guy off right there.
Oh,
that's what calmed him down.
Started the I thought it might have started. She was pulling the one guy off, and she's like, "Hey, the guy's like, hey, that's my lady."
Nope,
stop pulling him off.
I don't know whose lady she was, but she pulled him off, and then another lady pulled another guy off.
Stomping someone's head
it's heavy duty.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
It's not like the guy was wearing Crocs.
He's down.
Yep.
Like the person's down, and you're like, that's a little like you already have the upper hand. You don't need to.
And in between seats at a sports arena, right?
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of room to move. You're on concrete, and you're in this really narrow area. You can't even right yourself.
Cox and crew, Mike and Akron, traipsing around Westlake. Hey, so real fast, you're talking about this guy trying to sell sunlight to people, and it is all insanity. I swear I lost more brain cells as you dove deeper into this company's pitch, and it's not your fault this time that I lost brain cells, but I just wanted to call and say that you suck. All right, love me, love you, hate the show, bye-bye.
Wow. Yeah, we were talking about that last week. There's a company that wants to use reflector panels on the satellites that we already have in orbit to rent sunlight to people in places that are dark. Like it's nighttime here, and they go, hey, here are the coordinates. Could you reflect some sunlight?
So ridiculous.
Onto my block. Again, the way that they pitch it, they always have to pitch it like it has some grand humanitarian thing attached to it. That's how you get all the VC cash, and then you pivot to what you really want to do, right? Like everybody's freaking out because this Sam Altman guy, when he opened this OpenAI, ChatGPT, all that, he initially was like, this is going to be for the good of mankind, like all these tech dorks say. Their thing is going to be for the good of mankind, and it's going to be nonprofit, and we're going to, well, then he pivoted to, we want to make some profit. So people are trying to figure out, so he basically sold out everybody who was a part of building that organization, and had his CEO quit, and the board quit, and all this kind of stuff. Because he goes, I'm doing this to make money. Well, of course you are. Why are you lying to us from the jump? We understand everybody's doing this to make money.
Because he had ChatGPT write his pitch. And so they're like, hey, if you tell people it's not for profit, then they'll invest more.
Yeah.
And then
Alan, I tried Googling squeezy salad. What do you mean? That's just my preferred nomenclature. The company is called Salad Power. And what they've done is they've basically put all of your fruits and vegetables into a very convenient pouch. So if you don't mind being a grown-ass man or woman, looking like you're having a little applesauce squeezy pouch, it's fine. Who cares? Do you think people are watching you while you eat? They're not. And that way, you get yourself a quick 90-calorie pick-me-up. Mary's not a believer in them.
Nope.
She's never had one.
Nope.
I would recommend anybody not cast aspersions on something before they've tried it themselves.
No.
How do you know you don't like lima beans, Timmy, if you've never even tried them? That's what was thrown at me when I was a kid, and then I ate lima beans. And, of course, it made me even madder because I was like, I knew I wouldn't like these. I told you I wouldn't like these, and now I don't. Now I've confirmed that I don't like them, and you made me go through all that. Because who the hell would like lima beans? You've never met a person who likes lima beans. Even if somebody can eat one and say, that's not too bad, you've never met that person. You've never met a person who likes lima beans, who goes, yeah, you know what my favorite bean is? Lima. You've never met that person. Alan, that sunlight thing would be great for night golfing. See, that's what I'm talking about. You know that the golfers, that's a very affluent sport.
Does it make that much light, though?
It's a 5 square mile radius.
Okay.
So you're going to piss a lot of people off.
For night golf.
Yeah, you're going to make a lot of people mad. That's why I can't figure out what the practical applications. They're pitching it like parts of the world that for agricultural purposes. I don't know what it sounds like it's all kind of made up. The science behind it seems like it would be that it would work. But Alan, my 2-year-old, drinks those squeezy vegetable pouches. Yeah, well, you got a smart kid then. Because, but a kid, you're trying to get a kid to have...
Because it's baby food.
You're trying to get a kid to have vegetables.
Right.
Well, 2-year-old's not a baby. But you're trying to get a kid to consume vegetables. This is fruits and vegetables. And it's... listen, you know what I always say to people, Bill? If it's good enough for me, it's good enough for thee. You know how often I've said that?
You say it so much.
All the
big
time.
Mm-hmm.
People get tired of me saying it.
I'd rather you say that than so many other things.
Such as? What would you like me to not say?
50-50 club.
Well, no.
40-40
It was the 40-40
Well,
club.
that was this week, but last week it was 50-50.
And the reason that those are such a big deal is because they almost never happen. So how often really am I going to be making any kind of 50-50 joke?
How about
Very infrequently.
Good point.
Thank you. There's a 50-50 chance I'm going to make that joke in the near future. Al and I love lima beans. No, you don't. I'm telling you, you don't. Now people are telling me they like lima beans. All right. Well, but my point stands. I've never met any of you. So anecdotally,
you may have met.
You've never.
Of them.
Nah, please. You think I'd associate with a lima bean eater? Hells no. I got to take a break. I got to calm myself down from this lima bean disaster. If you want to send a text, 35192,